Hi and welcome to my channel. So the UK government has made another bombshell announcement when it comes to immigration and visa sponsorship for overseas workers. This is something that is going to be another massive game changer, just like the dependent visa ban was for both health and care worker visas as well as student visas. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you the three sectors that they have identified, and they plan to cut the number of overseas workers that are coming to the UK on these three categories. Which ones have they said that they're going to leave as they are? But what has prompted all of this? We're going to talk about this. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you haven't joined this family, hit the subscribe button below, because I'm all about bringing you the best opportunities that you can use right now to move to the UK or switch your visa if you're already in the UK. But most importantly, what I'm really passionate about is career progression opportunities in the UK. Yes, now you're in the UK. What do you do with yourself? How do you progress from low paying jobs so that you can progress, obviously get to the NHS, do apprenticeships, so you can work less, earn a lot more money, and get to retire early? Because let me tell you, as immigrants, we didn't come to this country to suffer. You have not come to the UK to be worse off than you were when you were back home. It doesn't make any sense to me. And so I'm going to be telling you what these updates are. I'm also going to say, by the way, I do have a free newsletter where if you join, it's completely free. You drop your name and email. It's in the comment section below. I send all this information directly to your inbox so that you're not reliant on the YouTube algorithm for such vital information that is crucial for your personal and professional development. Let me tell you something. With the current rules that the UK government is implementing, if you want to move to the UK or you're already in the UK, it is crucial that you understand the policies, because those policies are going to drive opportunity. Those of you that are like, hey, I'm going to apply for this job, you need to know what the policies are, because opportunities come with the policies. That's why I get obsessive about sharing these changes and updates with you, so that you know what to focus on and what to ignore, and you can also change your strategies. So I want you to leave a comment in the comment section below. Where are you at the moment? In which country are you watching this video from? But most importantly, what is your main objective now? Are you wanting to move to the UK? Which pathway are you considering? Are you already in the UK? What is your main goal? Because like I say, there are lots of changes that have been implemented. Also, you're going to see my contact details obviously in the comment section. There's my WhatsApp number as well as my email address, so that if you need to contact me directly to talk about your specific circumstances, then my details are on there and you can contact me at your earliest convenience. So what has the Home Secretary said? So the Home Secretary is Honorable Yvette Cooper. She, on Wednesday, obviously last Wednesday, she officially wrote to the Migration Advisory Committee. If you're not aware, the Migration Advisory Committee is an independent body that advises the UK government on which jobs are short in the UK, which ones should offer visa sponsorship, and which ones should not. So it's an independent body from the government. So, so that there is no bias. And so when they do that review, they can come back and say to the government, this is what we found and this is what we think you should do. Let's start with good news. The good news is that when it comes to healthcare jobs, the Migration Advisory Committee has said there are indeed lots of vacancies, and with the current changes that have been implemented, they expect or foresee that vacancies will likely increase. But they're going to carry on recruiting for those healthcare jobs. So if you're somebody who is in the healthcare sector, you're kind of safe when it comes to will they be recruiting. But the competition is going to be a lot higher than it is already. So you need to make sure that you kind of up your game if you're really serious about getting visa sponsorship jobs in the UK. I've got a lot of experience in this sector, both working, I started my journey, if you're not aware, as a carer in a nursing home. I now work as an advanced nurse practitioner, which is the most senior clinical nursing job in the profession. I've been in management leadership within the NHS. I understand these systems and processes beautifully. So if you're in healthcare, you're kind of safe, but competition is high. If you're in other sectors, you're more at risk, and so you need to look for alternative ways in order for you to get this sponsorship and in order for you to remain in the UK. It's also strategic that you're looking at the policies if you're wanting to study, because there are certain things that they have said that they're going to be prioritizing people that have studied in the UK. For example, if you're an international student, you want to choose one of those courses where they're going to be prioritizing, because that's what the Home Secretary has indeed said. The first sector that she's identified in her official request to the Migration Advisory Committee is information technology. She specifically said she doesn't understand why the UK is recruiting so many people on a skilled worker visa with information technology or for this sector from out of the UK, when indeed in the UK, the data shows that there are lots of people graduating from universities in the UK in the sector and they don't have those jobs. But most importantly, they have said they're going to be doing more apprenticeships so that people in the UK gain the right skills and they are given these jobs. Because obviously, the whole point when it comes to overseas recruitment is that you're short in the UK. If you can have enough people to do a job in the UK, I can tell you there is no point recruiting from overseas. And this is what they are looking at. So, information technology, big risk. That's one of the sectors that has been identified because they have high numbers when it comes to skilled worker visas compared to the others, you know, and so there's going to be a review. If you're not aware, by the way, I do have a one-to-one coaching program where I offer tailored guidance with getting, these visa sponsorship jobs in the UK. Healthcare, that's my thing because that's a journey I've had. 99.9% of people that are in the UK on visa sponsorship, they're healthcare jobs that are going to be remaining. I can see a time where you have to only be a healthcare professional to move to the UK because most of the other sectors, they are planning to really ramp up and be able to get those people from within the UK. That's the objective because imagine an international student who pays 20,000, 40,000 to study in the UK, and then after that they don't have a job, they have to come work as a carer. I would vote anytime, any day that these people should be given the opportunity to do the job for the cause that I've invested so much to study. Of course, it's obvious. So if you want to find out more information about my private coaching program, by the way, check the description box below or the about section of this channel. You see what that information is. If you want to know what is in it for you, like I said, check the comment section below. You can contact me at your convenience. That's my WhatsApp number, my email address, so that we can go through the nitty-gritty about your specific circumstances. Because YouTube is very generic. I mean, I've got no idea who you are watching this at the moment. So you can just contact me so that we can go through your own specific circumstances. But like I say, I'm quite strict with my time. I'm a very busy lady. And so, it is what it is. What is the second sector that I've spoken about? The second sector is telecommunication. The government has said, indeed, why are there so many people coming to the UK on a skilled worker visa to work within the sector when there are young people in the UK and again students that have studied in this country in the sector and they don't have jobs? Because guess what? When it comes to student visas, they want a very top caliber, the very best to be coming to the UK so that when those people study in the UK, they can get jobs for the things that I've studied. And for me, I think it's an amazing idea. And that's one of the things that the previous UK Prime Minister, Honorable Rishi Sunak, that's what he was trying to implement before his unfortunate, loss, in the last election. So his plan was to get rid of those degrees that people are studying, paying a lot of money for, and they don't have jobs so that they can have more lucrative degrees for people that the UK really needs. And then after those people finish studying in the UK, they can then be assimilated within the job market. And I can tell you that's going to be the best thing because it's very disheartening when you, like I said before, you pay 20,000, 40,000, 30,000 pounds to study in the UK as an international student and you finish and working as a carer, which is a job that you could have had in the first place without needing to go around in cycles. Makes no sense. So that's the plan. And so what is a third sector? Engineers. Yes, all great area sectors of engineers are at risk. So the Home Secretary has also included engineers, all of them, and have said, why on earth is the UK giving so many skilled worker visas to engineers from out of the UK when indeed we can just offer more upskilling training through apprenticeships to those that are already in the UK so that they can succeed? What all of this means is that you need to be wise, you need to be smart when you're choosing what to study in the UK, when you're choosing which jobs to apply for, if you need visa sponsorship. If you're also in the UK at this point in time and you've got your kids, you need to be gravitating towards those careers that are offering jobs. There's no point, as far as I'm concerned, studying so much, spending so much money, spending valuable years of your life to come and not have a job. I mean, what's the point? I don't get it anyway, but that's my own view. I mean, all these views that I share are my personal views, and I think when I spent so much to study in the UK. I've done 2 apprenticeships. I paid £30,000 to study nursing at the time. Nursing was free, but because I was considered an international student, I had to pay £30,000. After that, I did an apprenticeship in mentorship in nursing at a very prestigious London university. I was paid by my employer to do that course. I was very fortunate that I found out about apprenticeships, and I put myself forward and was successful and chosen for that course. I have gone on again to study another apprenticeship in advanced clinical practice, which has kind of catapulted my career to the most senior clinical nursing job. And I can tell you that as somebody who has done 2 apprenticeships in the UK, they are the creme de la creme. When you do an apprenticeship, it's on the job training. When you complete your course, you know exactly what it is that the job is about. It's not the same thing as going to a university, and that's why I'm a huge advocate when it comes to apprenticeships. I support people to get these apprenticeships into nursing, into social work, into, carer. They've also got apprenticeships for carers, you know what I mean? The second cohort is currently open. So these are the sorts of opportunities that you want to be pursuing in the UK. I'm seeing people crying and saying, oh my God, are they still offering visa sponsorship? What job can I go for? Look, these adjustments and updates that the government is making, when you look deep within, these are good changes, because it is unfair that international students come to this country, they spend thousands of pounds and they have no jobs. I would love to see a day in this country where international students that are studying MBS, whatever they're studying, they come out and get jobs for the things they've studied, for the things that parents have sacrificed. People have sold houses, they have sold their lands, they've given up everything back home to come to this country. Look, it is a good change as far as I'm concerned, because it takes a lot. I'm used to people that are paying so much money to then come out and be carers. I mean, nothing wrong with being a carer, but I mean, if you've studied that much, you should, and these people have really good grades. They've graduated with amazing grades. Please, the UK, you should get these international students, give them jobs for the things that they have studied, so that those of us, for example, that are passionate about healthcare, that are healthcare professionals, the people that have no experience, that are looking for entry-level positions, they should be the ones getting into these carer jobs through these apprenticeships, not people that have master's degrees, PhDs, extensive experience coming to do these jobs. I mean, please. So personally, I welcome some of these changes, and I hope that they're intended exactly for what they should be doing. And so what do you think about this, by the way? These are courses that I'm very passionate about, because if I had paid £30,000 to study in the UK to have no job, I would be mortified, and I would be so incredibly disappointed. And so I empathize with those of you that are caught up in these situations, and that's why I'm keen to bring you these updates. So if you need to contact me, like I said, check the comment section below. My details are there. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe and share this with your friends, loved ones, so that they are aware of these changes and they can make the right decisions for themselves. I'll see you right here.